picture this. You're lying in bed at night, just staring at the ceiling, and you're trying to control the entire world right from your pillow.
Oh, yeah, we have definitely all been there.
Right. You just start spiraling with all those negative what-if thoughts. Like, what if I fail? Or what if people just don't like me? It's like your brain is running a marathon while your body's just trying to sleep. So welcome back to the English Prime Podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake.
And for today's deep dive, our mission is to extract a highly practical tool to help you manage that exact anxiety, stop overthinking, and finally reclaim your mental energy.
It's such a crucial mission because honestly, so many of us are walking around completely exhausted, not by our physical reality, but
Our thoughts.
yeah, by the sheer weight of our own hypothetical thoughts.
Okay, let's unpack this because breaking that mental marathon really requires fundamentally changing how we process panic in real time.
Yeah.
And the most effective tool we've found for this is, well, it's surprisingly tactile. It's literally just drawing two circles on a piece of paper.
One inside the other, yeah. Right, exactly.
And I know, if you're familiar with Stoicism, this might sound familiar, but we aren't just talking about abstract philosophy here. We're talking about a physical hack to lower your cortisol levels. So you map it out. The inner circle is strictly for the things you can actually control.
We're talking about basic immediate actions, right? Like your sleep schedule, how much you study, or even just, I don't know, pouring a glass of water.
Exactly. And then the second, the outer circle, that is for the things you cannot control. The weather, world news, the economy, or other people's opinions of you.
Which is so much of what we usually worry about.
Oh, totally. And
Yeah.
what's fascinating here is the sheer volume of cognitive overload we create for ourselves. Over 90% of our anxiety lives entirely in that second uncontrollable circle.
Wow, 90%. That is wild.
Yeah. We're burning massive amounts of mental fuel, trying to manage variables we have absolutely zero power over. But wait, isn't focusing only on what we can control just a form of ignoring reality? I mean, how do we stay informed without getting overwhelmed? Like if I just tune out the news, am I not just burying my head in the sand?
That is a really valid concern, but the rule of the two circles is not about forced ignorance. Like, you are absolutely allowed to notice the things in the can't control circle.
Okay, so I can still pay attention to things.
All right. You can read the news, you can acknowledge a looming deadline. The rule is simply that you aren't allowed to stay there for an hour.
I love that distinction. Like you could look at the storm, but you don't have to go stand out in the rain.
Precisely. And this is where the actual mechanics of the tool come into play. When you're spiraling in bed, your brain's fear center, the amygdala, is basically firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, it's treating a what-if thought like a literal predator in the room. So when you catch yourself dwelling in that outer circle, you consciously shift your attention back to the inner circle. By choosing to focus on just one small action, you effectively short-circuit those negative spiraling thought patterns.
Because taking a tangible, deliberate action forces your brain to engage the prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain.
Like manually overriding a stalling engine.
Yes. You're physically forcing your brain out of the emotional panic center.
Yes.
You aren't just changing your thoughts, you are chemically hitting the brakes on the panic.
That makes so much sense. You don't have to solve your entire life in that moment. You just have to breathe, drink some water, do one small thing that's actually in your power.
Right. When your mind has a manageable, actionable task, it naturally stops trying to solve the unsolvable. To use a vivid metaphor from the source material, this deliberate shift moves your brain from a chaotic, noisy street into a calm, quiet park.
So for you listening right now, here is the takeaway. The next time you feel overwhelmed, mentally draw those two circles. Remind yourself to focus your energy only on what you can actually act on today.
And I'll leave you with this final thought. If simply taking control of your water intake and sleep schedule can quiet your mind so effectively, how much of your daily exhaustion is actually just the side effect of trying to mentally manage other people's problems?
Such a good point. Well, thank you for joining us for this deep dive. Keep drawing those circles, and we'll catch you next time.